welcome to another unboxing. This being the Fairyloot box for April. So let's get on in and see what we've got. Because the previous Fairyloot box for March is up on my eBay, and I'll link that down below. Just because it's a lovely, pretty book. The story doesn't capture me. I'll never read it. And I didn't want to skip it because it's only my second box. So let's hope that the third one brings me some glam. It really intrigues me. That's what I'm looking for. Actually, I don't think it is a It is not the box for April. It is a pre-order that I've forgotten about. And I don't know what it is. Because I pre-ordered quite a few things from Fairyloot. Because this looked nice and I can't resist a shiny book. But it's a pre-order of something. Always comes in bubble wrap. Now this book is still absolutely everywhere, and I love Greek mythology. I avoided it when it was in the locked library box because I cancelled my subscription the month before, just because the locked library were, as a subscription box, incredibly annoying me. Kind of like Page and Wick are doing at the minute. But Page and Wick are coming out with their version of it, which is supposed to be the March box, that we still don't have, and it's mid-April. A little bit of why they're so annoying. But it seems that fate decrees that I should have this book, because this is Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mass. And I do love Greek mythology, and it seems, for me at least, I have tried avoiding this book, and it seems that there is absolutely no getting away from it, because I couldn't resist the Fairyloot version, because it's so pretty and shiny and Greek mythy. And this is what is on the back, and it says, "Do you have what it takes to become a god?" And thank God there's no barcode. So yeah, we like books that don't... We like special edition books that have no barcode, because what's the point of a special edition if it has a barcode? It's not supposed to. But it's the edges that sell it for me all the time. So we do have a blank sort of yellowy goldy colour here and on here. But it is the edges. It is the edges on here, which are absolutely phenomenal. I love it so much. I love it so much I would just keep the book just for the edges, because that is... I've turned the light out because there was so much flashing going on, it was ridiculous. I need a new ring light. Yeah, the edges are just perfection. Fairyloot has not disappointed with this, but let's have a look at the naked hardcover. Now first off, it feels like a cloth bound book. So it isn't like smooth and shiny, and it does have this wonderful foiling on it. On here. And wonderful foiling on the back. It says, "I shall either find a way or make one." Oh. Yeah, and those sprayed edges, it goes with them so well. And the internal artwork. Okay, a bit more modern than what I was thinking. And again, a little bit more modern than what I was thinking. But because I haven't really been interested in this book, I haven't actually looked up what it is, or I did and I can't remember. But it is hand signed by the author on here. So we love that. And we also have an author letter in there too. There's a map. It's going to be a trifecta. Is there a map? Is there a map? Oh no. No map. But let's have a look at what the blurb is and try to remind myself what exactly this book is about and why I might not have liked it. because I like Greek mythology. Step into the Colosseum at the Spartan War Academy where monsters are made, immortality is won, and even a god can die. See, that sounds interesting to me. Alexis Hart isn't a hero and she certainly isn't a god. All she's ever been is a survivor. But the fates disagree. When a blood test leads to her admittance at the Spartan War Academy, she'll have to do more than merely survive. Alexis will have to claim her birthright, immortality. Yet immortality is a privilege, one earned in the crucible of the Academy where the heroes are villains and classrooms battlegrounds. While unyielding gladiators, Achilles and Patro, hone her into a warrior, her professors, the two brooding heirs to the underworld, haunt her steps and her thoughts. Because where there are gods, there are bound to be monsters, and there is more than one hunting Alexis. And this is the Villains of Law series, Book 1. So I don't know why I've been avoiding it. It sounds like everything I would want to read, to be honest. And we do have a page full of content warnings, so let's have a look at them. This is a story of dark romance and darker obsession. There we go. There we go. So I made a foray into dark romance. You can see my reaction to unboxing and reading a bit of Her Soul to Take up in the corner of the video or in the comments below. And that was my first reading of dark romance, and I made a mistake. I was not prepared. And I think I avoided everything that had dark romance as a genre, so maybe that's why I avoided this like the plague, and it's landed on me anyway. Please note that it contains themes that may be triggering for some readers. There is violence, depictions of murder, stalking, suicidal thoughts, bullying, explicit language, and betrayal. For a full list, please see the author's website. It's a slow burn, but there are open door scenes. Please take care of yourself. Sometimes becoming a hero hurts a lot. Beware. I like slow burns, and I'm not akin to a bit of smut. But it is probably the dark romance that threw me out. But yeah, I will definitely be giving this a go, and this will be going on my Greek fiction shelf, not with my other Fairyloot shelf. Well, I say Fairyloot shelf, it's got one book on it, along with a load of others. But the Greek shelf is filling so much. I've got my Page and Wick books on it at the minute. You can see them sort of up here. And I think they're going to have to go on the shelf up there with the Lock Library ones. And that is just going to be a whole, like, just Greek books. But yeah, very happy with how this looks. I'm not sure, I hope to get to this in the next month or so, because like I said, the Page and Wick book of this is March's pick, and it still isn't here yet. Honestly, I swear. I'm currently doing a series called Arcs in April, where I'm reading only ARC books, because they started piling up, and it was getting to the point where there was so many of them, and I just want to read them, and I'm going through that right now. So in May, I'm going to go Greek. I'm going to have a Greek May. I ain't going on holiday to Greece until September, but I am going to have a Greek May, so there. Because hopefully the weather will decide that we have summer in the UK. Especially up here in the northeast. So, yeah, very happy with this one. And there's edges. Oh my god, if I could kiss spread edges, I would.
Castles glimmer on the hill, echoes of a life fulfilled. With the dawn, new hope is born. In this heart no longer torn. Sip the wine, embrace the night. Dark stars journey shining bright. Through the trials, through the pain, love and light shall still remain.